Residential Historic District. May we have a staff report, please?
Good afternoon, Chairman and Commissioners. Allisa, Lembel, Associate Planner. The subject property is actually located on Orange Avenue, and it contains an individually listed structure, which was built in 1906 by a Rough Rider by the name of Mavin, and it is actually referred to as the A.B. Ming House. Alan B. Ming, he was a county assessor, and he purchased the property in 1922. The property features a number of bungaloid style and colonial revival influences, including a Palladium window, some flared eaves, a bell-shaped gable, and a clapboard finish on the exterior of the residence. The agent is proposing to actually completely renovate the property both inside and out, and the exterior modifications include new paint, replacement or repair of windows, the repair of the roofing, some relocation of a window, and removal of a front door. The property owners also, or the agent is also looking at replacing the existing white picket fence with a wrought iron fencing similar to one just down the street, and the installation of 4 dormers to the second story, which they plan on using for bedrooms and a loft area. So here's a location map. It is located on Orange Avenue, just near 4th Street. Here's some site photos of the property as it currently looks. As you can see, it is in need of some repairs in regards to the roofing as well as the Palladium window. And they do intend on using the same roofing and repairing where they can. The agent likes the character of the roofing, which is why he has decided to keep it. Since that is a possibility, he has already spoken with some engineers and contractors about that. And the Palladium window, it is a lead window, so they just need to fix it, and they actually have someone who is willing to do that for them. I did mention that they are going to be removing a door. There are currently 2 doors, so just to avoid some confusion in the future, they are removing the one that you can actually see. It's on the eastern portion of the residence. That door would actually lead into the new master bedroom, so they are going to remove that and relocate the window, which is right next to that, to kind of center it on that wall. So here's some more site photos, one of a zoomed in photo of the Palladium window as well as the roofing, and a photo of the rear of the property, which also shows a detached garage. The garage will also be renovated with new paint and roofing. Here's a site plan or a floor plan of what the property will look like once the renovations are completed. The main level will be reconfigured, and the second level will be completely converted into livable space. Currently it's just an attic, so they will be adding stairs and adding 2 new bedrooms and a loft area. For building safety requirements, they need proper egress, which is why they're adding 2 dormers. For symmetry purposes, they've decided to add 4, just so the 2 dormers don't look off-center. So that's why they've decided to add 4 altogether. So here are some elevations of what those dormers will look like once installed. That picture on the top left might not actually be to scale. I've been told that the dormers won't be so prominent. They're being much smaller in comparison to what is being shown here. And maybe the agent can answer some more questions about the style of them. They will feature the same bell cast as the roof does currently. Here are the paint samples that have been provided. The main body color will be this macadamia beige color, and it will feature the white and black as accents. And here's an example of the fencing. It is located at just a couple lots down actually, and they're proposing something very similar to this. There was a variance on the subject property for the existing picket fence, so there will be no need for a new variance to install the new fencing. The agent is aware of all the conditions of approval and has accepted them, and he is here if there are any questions that need to be answered. I am also here as well. Staff is recommending approval of this request, and that concludes my staff report.
Are there any questions for staff regarding this case? Okay. Would the applicant, representative of the applicant, like to come forward and state your name and address for the record, and give us any specific thoughts that you have, and then we may have a question.
My name is Pavon, and I'm going to be purchasing that house at 468. We want to renovate it. It's going to be my primary residence, and if you have any questions, just you can ask me.
Okay, are there any questions for the applicant?
Yeah, I just wanted some clarification. And Allisa, could you put up that east elevation again? Yeah. In the east elevation there, it's showing this the door, but that door is actually the one that's going to be removed. Is that right?
Yes.
Right. And the window is going to be moved over to the center of that particular wall.
Yes.
And part of the reason for that is actually because you're going to install stairway there.
Yes.
And the stairway would butt right into the existing window.
Mm-hmm.
And you think you can use the existing window and just move it over?
Yes.
You're hoping to?
Yes. We're going to close the where the door is, and install the window right there.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Further questions? Okay, thank you very much. Is there any, you may sit down. Is there anyone else in the audience who would like to speak regarding this case? Seeing nobody make a mad rush to the microphone, I will turn to my fellow commissioners and ask for a motion or further discussion that may lead to a motion.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, Mr. Montoya.
first I'd like to congratulate Mr. Pavon. That's a beautiful home.
Thank you.
And it looks like it has a whole lot more potential too. And secondly, Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a motion that we approve the request under case number DHRC-11721-2015 to renovate the home at 468 South Fork Avenue.
We have a motion for approval. Do I have a second? I have a second. The motion was by Mr. Montoya. The second is by Mr. Hayes. Is there any further discussion?
Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
I would like to, emphasize to me the importance on the dormers of the style of the roof, the flared roof matching the original roof line in the house, and that's an important feature that needs to, in my opinion, needs to be carried through with. It needs to be in the end product. That needs to be there for the symmetry's sake. And I just like to say, when I first saw the dormers, I was a little concerned about that, but I've been in lots of historic neighborhoods around where clearly homes have been updated and modified, and as long as they're tastefully done and in keeping with the original character, I think that this is an example where this can become a vital family home again in a neighborhood that will benefit from a family, and I'm definitely in support of it.
Further comments? Yes.
Mr. Chairman, normally I would be reluctant about approving a modification that includes removal of one of the exterior doors. And I forget the name for, it was actually a very common feature in old Victorians or Queen Anne homes like this to have a front door, and then I believe a parlor door was the term for the other door. But in this case, given everything else that's being done to the exterior, weighing one against the other, I'm certainly going to agree with it. And I agree with Mr. Sheldahl. And all of you that this is just a fantastic project, and I hope that we'll all be successful.
Okay, if there are no further questions or comments regarding this case, then I will call for a vote. All those in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
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 All those opposed signify by saying nay. let the minutes reflect we have a unanimous decision in favor of the motion. Thank you very much and welcome to the neighborhood. We'll now move on to our cases
All right. Good job.
under the aesthetic overlay area of our agenda.
Yeah.